can I give you a personal example
Yeah,
on this?
please.
For me, this understanding, um, I'm going to call it a trauma-informed mindset. So being trauma-informed has literally changed my life. For the exact reason that you just said, and let me share just what the difference has been. So for most of my adult life, I live in Southern California. Half of the United States homeless population is in California. So what that
Yeah.
means for me is it's pretty rare for me to drive somewhere and not see somebody standing on the street corner asking for assistance. And I'm ashamed to admit this, but I think I'm grown up enough to admit this, that for most of my life, I I would see them as not doing the best that they could. Right. And when we
Mm.
see people as not doing the best that they can, it's really easy to become critical of them. Right. So when I would see people asking
Sure.
for assistance, I would think, what the hell are you doing standing on the street corner asking me for my hard-earned money? And you're just standing there. Maybe do something more productive with your life or your time. Like go get a job. Right. That was my mentality. And I don't think I'm too unique in that way.
No.
Um, but then I read a book. Are you a Brene Brown fan, Sarah?
Yeah, love
All
her.
right. So I read her book, Daring Greatly. What? No, Rising Strong. It was Rising Strong, which I actually, out of her books, is the one I like the least. But there's one chapter in there that I like the most out of all of her chapters because it was so life changing for me. Because
Yeah.
she invited me to kind of see others as doing the best that they can. And so the next time I pulled up to the street corner and there's this homeless person standing there, I was inclined to see them, right? This is my mindset, as though they're not doing the best they can. But then I forced myself to say, okay, they're doing their best I can. Like, and then that led me to ask another question, which was, okay, if they're doing the best that they can, what in the world has happened in their life that has led
Mm.
them to believe that this is the best way to live?
Wow.
And I had never felt the feelings that I felt then. Like honestly, like my heart dropped because normally as you can tell, I wasn't the most empathetic person. And by asking this question, I shifted from being critical to being empathetic and compassionate. And it made me, I sat there and I wondered, if I have lived through what they have lived through, I would probably be in that exact same spot. And it's led me, so I've tried my best to see others now as doing the best that they can. And now knowing more fully about this connection between trauma and how we operate in our world is now when people do dumb stuff, rather than get critical of them, I always have to sit back and wonder what in the world has happened in their life.
Yeah.
Right. And it makes me want to step closer to them
Mm.
as opposed to step away from them. And I think that that's, to me, you use the word kindness, right? And for me, it's all, that word and compassion and empathy. And by understanding this, it's changed my mindset on how I see others and how I value others. And that's really this outward mindset in my framework. But that's the power that I think vertical development has on, and we need that, I think, in order to heal the world. We need everybody to see
Yeah.
others through this lens of compassion and empathy as opposed to criticism.